Hey guys, Scott Godwin here, scottgodwin.net. I wanted to check in with you here. We talk about fitness, nutrition, and the good life on my site. And there's a book that's been on my mind quite a bit lately, and it's called Tribe by Sebastian Junger. And it's a really good book. It's one that I think about a lot. I read it several years ago, but I marked the whole book up because it's got a lot of interesting passages in it. And I've been thinking about it because of what's been going on in the geopolitical sphere over in the Middle East. But as you can see, the name of the book is Tribe on Homecoming and Belonging. Sebastian Junger is a very good writer. I highly recommend this book. He also wrote The Perfect Storm, which was a good movie. It was a true story about some fishermen up in Massachusetts, and George Clooney's in the movie. It's a good book and a good movie too. But this one, Tribe, Sebastian Junger. Junger goes with a group of military men into the Middle East during the war on terror, so to speak, in the United States military. He goes along with a unit, and he's a journalist, but he lives, eats, doesn't fight, but he's right there with them while they're fighting in the Middle East. And it's very interesting. What makes this book fascinating is that one of the things that he discovered is that researchers now believe that PTSD, post-traumatic stress syndrome, stress disorder, PTSD, is something that could potentially be caused more from having a lack of coping resources than the trauma itself. So let me explain further. So a lot of the original thought about PTSD in the military was it was caused by trauma, and that's true to an extent, but he explores this idea that what may be causing PTSD is the fact that military men and women, but especially men, because military is largely male, especially in combat, these men are living and working together side by side on a team in a close-knit situation where they're a brotherhood, and they rely on each other, and they have meaning in their lives, they have a purpose, and they can count on each other. Thus the name of the book, Tribe. And the theory is that coming back home to the United States, to a very atomized, isolated, socially dysfunctional and divided society that's materialistic and consumerist, is not psychologically, mentally, spiritually healthy. And that's the actual traumatic part. That's what causes the PTSD, the post-traumatic stress disorder, is the fact that our society is so messed up, so selfish, so narcissistic, and so individualistic that the way humans were built to live is more along the lines of a tribe. Now, I'm obviously not here to comment on things going on in the Middle East, but this situation with the Arab people, the Palestinians, and the Jewish people, I was thinking about the people on both sides, and it's interesting. He talks in the book about how during the bombing campaign that the Germans participated in, that they inflicted on London during World War II and in the early 1940s, that you would think that depression would go up, and in actuality it went down. Now, why is that? People come together. That's the main concept of the book, is that people living, working together for a common purpose is a natural way to live, and that it's healthier, and that people have less mental problems, less stress, less depression when they have a tribe, when they have a purpose and a focus, a vision, when they're acting selflessly for the greater good. And I could see that potentially happening on both sides of that issue in the Middle East. But the reason I want to recommend the book is if you care about mental health for yourself, for your friends and family, for your community, it's a very good book to explain how the way we live is not always the best as far as our individualism, and that we could learn a lot from societies that are more tribal for the way they live and the way their patterns of living, their sociological patterns, are more suited to human nature and the things that we really crave and need. So there's a lot you can learn by reading that book and studying it and going back and picking it up from time to time. But I really love the book. I don't want to, spend 30 minutes talking about it, but I highly recommend it. Tribe by Sebastian Junger. Y'all know from my blog and my videos that I'm really passionate about community health as part of that good life, part of that big umbrella topic out of the three things that I talk about and write about to help you be healthy: fitness, food, and the good life. Those wellness issues, and community health definitely falls under that. So I think about that book a lot, and I can't say I have all the answers, but I know that we need to make an effort to learn about the healthiest way to live, the best way to live, the most ethical, moral, and psychologically sound way to live, and we can learn a lot from that book. So I'll put a link to it in the video, and I highly recommend checking it out. And let me know in the comments what you think. And that's it. ScottGodwin.net, and thanks for tuning in. I'll talk to you soon.